Hi, I'm Nicole Lee, Health, Beauty, and More, and I'm going to do a pour with acrylic paints. I'm using Sargent acrylic for the white, and I'm using two metallics. One is Craft Smart Metallic Gold, and the other one is Craft Smart Sea Mist Pearl. And then I'm also using, on the Deco Art Americana, I'm using Navy Blue, and I'm using also an Americana in a deep burgundy color. I've got them already mixed up too. So I'm going to see what happens here. I'm going to start pouring here and see what we come up with. But I do see some little specks in the blue, and I don't know what that's about. Don't know if the camera picks it up, but not. It just looks like little white specks in there. And I stirred and stirred, but it's just they're coming in there, and I don't understand, unless it's coming off from the plastic. I have dimethicone. I don't know what ratio to use, and it might have something to do with that. So if you know what ratio to use, please let me know. So I use the Floetrol as well. Okay, so what I want to do is pour it into this a little bit, because it'll help me, because it has a spout, this measuring tool, and put in, about 3 ounces of the navy, the one that has the spots, and see what happens. I'm going to go around this canvas. I think it'll be interesting, whatever happens here. And I didn't think about it, but probably won't be able to use the pouring spout for the next pour because it will mix with the blue, and I really don't want that. So let's just start pouring with the burgundy from the cup. You can actually kind of make it more of a spout if you have a paper cup, or be real careful with the plastic if you're going to bend it. Just gives you a little more control on your pouring when you have a spout. Okay, I did leave some in the cup because I want to go back over that, and I'm going to go with the gold right now. Sometimes gold is just amazing what it can do. I didn't put that much gold in it, so I think I'll just go through it. Pretty much almost all of it's in there. I have not used the other two. The sea mist color is a beautiful color too. I'm going to put some of that in this inner circle, save some of that, and then I'm going to also pour some white in there. And I want to put something, the darkest one I have, which I pretty much used that up, but let's just go for it and put it in. There's a lot more in there. We're going to talk about, hey, yay. I kind of like to have that. Let's see, now the question is, do I want to move it and see what happens, or do we need a little more maybe red on the outside? That might cover the edges better. Okay, and here. Okay, it looks like I've got it under control, so now that it's on there, I'm going to just see what happens when I tilt it and turn, tilt and turn. Yeah, maybe I do see the cells popping up already, but I would like to see a little more lighter color come up too. So I'm pouring this one in the middle, and then maybe a little red, just a dab. There we go. Let's see if that makes it even better. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Different shapes are coming around here. And what I think I'll do is just use my finger to move some of this red and really make it artistic. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I just think it makes for a much more interesting picture when you have angles, turns, twists. It's just beautiful. Okay, that navy, let's put a little bit here. Play a little bit here. Finger paint time. I like the way the corners look though. Okay. What do you think of that? Think that looks cool? Another navy. Drop here. Maybe touch of red. I like the way some of the red is coming through. And those lines, you know, that really enhances the whole picture, makes it more interesting. Do you guys know how to store leftover paint? Do you have like pill bottles or anything in particular that's best for leftover paint after you do a pour? Or do you just use the pour on other items once they're available, like other surfaces? I'm just going through the edges and adding a little paint here and there before it gets torched. You know, where there's white canvas showing, I want to cover that up as much as I can. Sometimes you have to wait and it'll dry and you'll see you missed some spots around the edges. And sometimes right up here on this edge, it just seems to leave more canvas showing. So maybe this would be pretty to put a little touch on the edges like this. Add something to it, to the whole, it's like framing it. But it's a messy project, I do know that. I think I got good consistency on a lot of this. I see the white's definitely already showing some cells coming through the white. I don't necessarily want to get all cells. I did one of those, and I think I'd get bored with it after a while, because I like to see also some, you know, just beautiful things like we're doing today. This is a magic sponge, supposedly. Yeah, I'm supposed to wet it, and it cleans almost anything, especially if it's still wet. The torch is definitely dirty. I've got like these disposable torches. Once, you know, they're plastic and not, I don't know if you can open them and add more fluid or not. But anyway, try to keep it a little bit clean. Okay, here we go. This is the torch, and I'm going to torch it. Let's see if that makes any difference here. Ooh, it's pretty. I like the design a lot. I think it's interesting. I like the bottom here where we sew popping through. So dimethicone, no, I didn't use any silicone. I see this does help the cells over here, this edge. Maybe you can see that. I can move the camera in the picture over if that helps you guys to see. Wow, what a difference. I really like this gigantic protoplasm in the center here. Kind of cool. But I just love the lines in this. I think it's awesome. You never know exactly what you're going to get when you don't have a plan. I think sometimes surprises are more fun. Hopefully the viscosity is right, so right, you know, in the middle here, I kind of see the blue starting to come, the darker blue starting to show through in a way. It's kind of interesting. I think it's going to look almost 3D. I don't know for sure, but it just kind of has that that depth to it. It just worked out. It always seems like, the ones that you keep are just what you want, but I'm surprised with the gold, that being a metallic, that it doesn't look metallic, and it says metallic paint, gold. So that's it for the time being. I'm going to let this dry, figure out what to do with my used paints. If you have any suggestions on a name or anything, let me know. I'll put it on some sites, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye now. Nicole Lee, Health, Beauty, and More.